My name's Dale Wiltse. I'm a parent. My wife Vicki is a table captain. Double Arc has had a tremendous impact in our family. In my role as a junior high school principal, I want to share a few instances that Double Arc has just been a tremendous asset and influence in help guiding the pictures that you just saw. Junior high, exciting, hormonal, lots of things happening. Every day is different. Somebody asked me once, what's it like to be a junior high principal? And I said, you know, it's a lot like the 4th of July. The only difference is we know the fireworks are going off at 9 at night. We never know when they're going off at the junior high. Junior highs are great places to be and exciting. Students often come to a larger school with 7 different teachers. And as I said, it's an exciting time. Couple that with a diagnosis of fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, among others. And I'm thinking of a specific student that we sat around the table with 7 teachers, the guidance counselor, many clinicians, a mom and a dad, and certainly no shortage of talent, of interest, and desire to be helpful. But sometimes it's hard to pick a starting point and see a path. After that meeting, I met with our team of teachers and said, you know, I'm going to go back to my office and call Double Arc and talk to a friend of mine who's seated over at this table, Sister Suzette. So I shared with her some of the challenges of that meeting and the difficulties that student was facing. Remember, you heard from Janet Bosserman, 1 in 20 are impacted. And I was at a school of nearly 1,200. So as I talked to Sister Suzette and shared some of the similarities and concerns and the diagnosis already of fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, she said, you know, Dale, I could come to your school and I could do a presentation on some of the very things you're talking about. Why don't you go ahead and pick some dates, and I'll pick some dates, and we'll pick a date that'll coincide so that everybody can be there. You know, there's a tremendous advantage of knowing the speaker, as opposed to reading a document that you might hope would be beneficial to what you were seeking, and then realizing the part of your team couldn't attend. So we went ahead and picked some dates, and Sister Suzette said, I can do it at your place, and you can do it at mine. Well, the advantage of doing it where Sister Suzette was that she could open that up to the public, all kinds of schools and parents, excuse me, and clinicians. And so, in fact, we did that. And we agreed that our 7 people would be there along with me, and we met there. And she riveted the topics that we were looking for. And certainly it was beneficial to everybody else who attended. So as we went back to school, 7 teachers yet that student would face, but 7 people thinking together and working together as one. And what I want to tell you is that meeting, no doubt in my mind or the students' or the parents' mind, was that provided a key to unlock doors. Sister Suzette is a pro at what she does. She could mold the information for us, and certainly what was beneficial to our specific situation was beneficial to all kinds of people who attended that day. You're a pro, Sister Suzette. You've been given a great gift, and we want to thank you for sharing that with our family, with people in this room, with students and parents. Help me recognize this wonderful lady. In recognition of Double Arc's 25th anniversary, we're very excited to announce that the LaValle Foundation, again, and I did say again, has agreed to match certain gifts this year. Thanks, LaValle Foundation, for your continued support. Specifically, there are 4 different gifts that they have agreed to match with the LaValle Foundation in honor of Sister Suzette's tremendous contribution of 25 years to the service of Double Arc and its families. These monies will directly help students and families in need and provide financial assistance and support. The categories that you see on the slide immediately behind me is indicated as Sister Suzette number 1. If you're in a position to make a one-time 25th anniversary gift of $2,500, compliments of the LaValle Foundation, that will become $5,000. Category 2 is Sister Suzette. For those who prefer to make monthly gifts, if you would give $25 a month for 3 years, your pledge will again become matched by LaValle Foundation, and it will be $50 a month for 3 years. If you're in a position to pledge $250 total for each of 3 years, You can have your pledge matched, and it will become $500 for each of 3 years. Suzette, category number 4. If a one-time gift of $250 in honor of Sister Suzette, that will become $500. You know, I thought about this last night, and I thought if a bank opened up and it said, we're selling dollar bills for 50 cents, we'd be there. The concern I would have is that it would say there was a limit. Well, there's no limit. The LaValle Foundation has not put a limit on the number of gifts that they will match. It seems that they come in increments of $250, which is wonderful. So thanks again to the LaValle Foundation for offering dollar bills at 50%. For any of these LaValle matching gifts, if you are unprepared to commit today, you may still participate by filling out your form, and Amy, our accountant, who you met earlier, will contact you. For those of you in the past that have made a silver anniversary pledge last year, we are very grateful and thank you. Again, any questions regarding sponsorship or pledges today, Amy Sponseller, who's seated in the back, Double Arc accountant, will help answer any questions. For those of you that are new to Double Arc today, we heard Janet Bosserman early talk about the donations. There's no donation that's too small. And of course, the opposite of that would be, there's no donation that's too big. Of course, if one of these is something you did or didn't plan on, there are other opportunities, as we'll indicate on the pledge form. Your gifts support FASD diagnosis, training programs, support groups, family support, and engagement and prevention efforts. Your gift, as Kathy said, absolutely will make a difference. And please note that you can also be a part of a designated charity if you are a United Way donor, or if you happen to be a part of a company that matches your charitable donations, please be sure that you take advantage of that. To all of you here today, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Your gifts will allow Double Arc to continue and expand its services. God bless.